his role, this is why he's a world-class manager. As a modern-day manager, he's a world-class manager because he does everything that the owners want him to do. And sometimes he will exceed that expectation. So that's why, if the board have seen him get fucking third place with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, why do we need to go out and spend extra money on this player? Why? You can do it with him. Like, it's a cheat code. And we're sound. So the only issue that we've really got, because Jurgen Klopp he's not there to he's already changed the football club and he's won everything he can for the football club. But what he's always been, even through overachieving, is a yes man, as a lot of managers are nowadays. Because guess what, you're working with billionaires and millionaires. It's not a case of where you can just go, like when people are saying Antonio Conte. Don't get me wrong, Conte was more firm and he was in a position where he cares about his legacy and he cares about his resume. Jurgen Klopp is very different. Klopp has never been about resume, otherwise he would have went to Bayern Munich. He would have took all the multiple. He probably would have went to Manchester United over Liverpool in all seriousness.
Yeah, he would have, because we were ahead of you. If you
go for a view of resume and where you're going to receive more back and have more influence, you're probably talking about Manchester United being a better and more suitable option. Klopp doesn't care about that. He's happy to be the man who, his role, this is why he's a world-class manager. As a modern-day manager, he's a world-class manager because he does everything that the owners want him to do. And sometimes he will exceed that expectation. So that's why, if the board have seen him get fucking third place with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, why do we need to go out and spend extra money on this player? Why? You can do it with him. Like, it's a cheat code. He's the most reliable employee that you could have right now. Arguably, with such limited resources, is the point I'm trying to make there. So I just think if you've got a man there who's going to get you top four and he's proven that he can do it with this set of players, okay, then let's make this a slow process and let's make it a slow rebuild and we'll go off that. And Rants, I'm here to enjoy footy, brother. I'm all here to see Luis Diaz have a game where he takes on a couple of players, even though he fucking doesn't need to, but he does it to get the fans off the seats. But we win the game of football. Yeah, I'm here for that. And if that results into us not winning week in, week out, do you know what? A lot of people will call this a defeated mentality. In comparison to my childhood, believe me, I've saw a lot of great things. I saw us win a Champions League, Premier League. I've saw us lift every goddamn trophy. If you told me that was going to happen when Jurgen walked in, I'd have told you to fuck off and stop lying to me and trying to play with my heartstrings. I've saw it happen. Now I'm in a position where I want to see better. I don't want to go into an obscurity football club like Manchester United where we were getting 6th and 7th, where we've been as well, by the way. But I do want to see a team that's going to be able to compete for the odd trophy here and there, being in around the top 4 positions, just while I'm seeing the level of investment and the level of ambition from the owners of the football club. And I'm okay with that. I just don't want to be an obscure football club. I don't want to be an irrelevant football team. I don't want to be a laughingstock.
No, 100%. You're adjusting your expectations based on the standards that the owners of the club have, and that's what you have to do. That's what I was doing before. When Man United's owners when they brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I said, listen, this is a sign that these men don't have no intentions of challenging for a Premier League title, because you wouldn't give someone like Ole a job. Do you know what I mean? Like, coming from Norwegian, managing the Norwegian league. The fact that you gave Ole the job tells me you've got no interest in competing for any trophies. That's what I took from that appointment. This Ten Hag appointment's different. And the way that they've backed him and they've spent the money, that tells me that now these men obviously have spent too long outside top 4 and they want to be back in there now. That's why they've spent like this. And make no mistake, we won't know what these guys are on until we actually get top 4, we get Champions League football. Do they still spend the same money in the same way once we get it? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? But this is where we see what these guys, what their true intentions are. But until then, we won't know, because it's all easy to spend all this money when you're not inside Champions League because you want to close the gap on everyone else. But if Man United finish in the top 4 for a couple seasons in a row, all of a sudden, what? Is there no more money? Then we have to find out. Do you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying with Arsenal as well, like with their position right now. Like, if they start getting top 4, or say if they even just get it this year, let's see what the next transfer window's like, especially after 2 really good transfer windows. And I still see people in the chat and across Twitter saying, oh, but James, Liverpool have still spent a lot of money. And you're right, we have spent a lot of money in a league where about 10 other teams are spending a lot of money, and it's not as much money as them. So in comparison to the average team in Spain, where they're all fucking spending 20 million and that's the maximum of their budget gone, fair enough, I understand your argument. We're a fucking ludicrous gang of bastards who were just taken away and fucking from orphans and shit. I get it. But on the other hand, and the other side of the coin, we're also competing up against Newcastle, who have just went out and seen them spend 60 million on Isaac, 20 million on Chris Wood.
70 on Isaac, I think.
70 on Isaac, 20 million on Chris fucking Wood. Chris Wood? Who the fuck's Chris Wood? What's he ever done to be worth 5 million, let alone 20?
And they're spending that to finish mid-table.
They're doing it for banter. They're just it really is just one big Andrew Tate. Look at my Bugatti. Chris Wood is just a very fucking. Oh no, we are. Did you see? I like watching him sometimes. Tristan Tate. He went on some kids channel. I can't remember.
Yeah, Sneeko. You mean? Yeah.
Sneeko. And lads, he went on there and he said that he bought like this little shit red car for no reason whatsoever. No reason, just because it was art is what he said. Because it was art is why I bought it. Doesn't he? As a car, it's shit. That's what Chris Wood is. He's just a shit car. He's a little bit of art. Oh, we spent £20 million, but he's not effective. But we can do it. So yeah, that's one prime fucking example. And not to mention Nottingham Forest have just gone and made 25 signings, quite literally. You've got, and these require big wages. It's not only transfer fees. People forget, like, X amount was this much. Oh, why didn't Liverpool get Haaland? Because they spent this much on Nunes and they couldn't get. Do you think Haaland's coming to Liverpool to be on 200 grand a week when he can go to City to get guaranteed Premier Leagues to be on fucking however much he's on there?
Yeah, he must spend at least 300, yeah.
He's on dough, lad, and not to mention the bonuses they're going to be slipping him, in all these goal bonuses and just, Haaland, lads, we just want to say we appreciate the football club, bro. Here's another envelope. Like, these things happen that Liverpool just can't offer. It really is a thing. So what Jurgen Klopp has been doing, because all we should have been, because it's the same owners. When we had Brendan Rodgers and Kenny Dalglish, it's the same owners. Same owners, and we were getting 7th and 8th then. But the difference is we get Jurgen Klopp. It's the same board as well. Michael Edwards was there when we had Brendan Rodgers, when we bought Balotelli and that. It's all right talking about all the good signings that Michael Edwards saying. But it still sound Ricky Lambert, Fabio Borini.
Well, he's got a great reputation. People will start to forget that, you know. People have forgotten he signed all them players, bro. I forgot he signed them as well.
Balotelli and Fabio Borini.
He gets all the credit, for all your good signings. But no one talks about the shit ones.
Alberto Moreno, Mamadou Sakho, Kolo Touré. He said Kolo Touré. Lads, this is what I'm saying. What Jurgen Klopp has been doing, I don't care if he spends 700 mil, because in comparison to everyone else, he still shouldn't have achieved measly a footnote of what he has. And that is the argument I will make till the cows come home. And wait until, if one day he does somehow get that Bayern Munich job, I'll watch him fuck up everyone in Germany. I'll watch him fuck up everyone in Germany, especially if Pep's not there. I'll watch him fuck up everyone, lads. Guarantee it. So that's always my point on FSG. You know, I'm not saying that they might not be able to spend extra money. I don't have a clue. I think they can. And I think that Liverpool is just a way to raise their pockets, and they're just using the history of the football club and the culture of the football club to be like, yeah, we want to be ambitious. Because obviously, when you show an ambition, a lot more people watch and whatever. But
100%.
It's just not good enough, lads. Especially, that's why I'm top 4. I'm saying we're top 4. I'm happy with it in the Champions League music season in, season out.